Hey everyone, it's Silent Korok and welcome back to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last one, we got our first tower and got our first two shrines, which the old man told us if we get all the 4 shrines on the Great Plateau, we will be rewarded with his paraglider. And yeah, so in this episode we will be getting the last 2 shrines and hopefully we will be obtaining the paraglider. So yeah, let's get straight into it. But before I do, I also want to say I am sorry about the last video where my mic was like really glitched and it was super low quality. That will be fixed for all future episodes, and as you can see, this one the mic is way better. So let's start off. This is the next shrine we'll be heading to. It is in this mountainous region, and yeah, let's just start heading over. So we're gonna head right up this wall, and yeah, so we got last episode the bombs trial, which gave us these circle bombs, and we also did the magnesis trial, which gave us magnesis, which allows us to like lift. Alright, I'm so sorry about that cut. The footage just stopped recording for some reason. But anyway, as I was saying, we got magnesis, and it allows us to move metal objects. And yeah, that's going to be pretty helpful, but I do see on the way over to the place, the shrine, I do see some bokos sleeping, and I'll be showing you guys. Oh my gosh, they woke up. Alright, I don't know how they heard me, but we're going to grab a boko arm and just start going wham on these guys. Alright, we're gonna actually hit this bee thing down. Give me that bee! Alright, we got the coarser bee honey, but now we need to run from the bees. Oh my gosh, I'm out of stamina. Alright, we're gonna just use our shield to block. Ah, shoot! And our shield broke. So, where's my weapon? Ooh, get out of here, bees. Alright, you can't actually kill the bees, but you can do some damage to them. Alright, now anyway, we are going to just start heading to this red place marker, which is where the next shrine is, as you can clearly see, but it is very high up, so we are going to need to do some climbing. So this is a little cabin over here, which it's currently night, so usually the old man will be chopping down a tree over there, but since it's nighttime, he's over here. So, yeah, the old man is over here. We're gonna grab some chili peppers, or not spicy peppers. And is there anything in these? Oh, spicy pepper. We have a woodcutter axe, which I'll pick up. Some more stuff, baked apples, stamella shroom. You go around here, there's some stamella shrooms, which here is our first pot, which I'll be kind of explaining to you guys how to cook and how these stamella shrooms will help us climb up. So this is a pot which we can use to cook. So let's say we have some mushrooms and an apple. You can cook a nice meal. Now, I don't recommend cooking big meals since we only have 3 hearts, so I only recommend like cooking a few things, like 2 shrooms for a 2 heal. But now I'm going to show you guys what you can use this stamella shrooms for if you want to. You don't need these to do this, but you can. So you're going to mix stamella shrooms, and it's a great stamina restoration. I'm going to grab 3, and then we're going to grab a shroom, place it in the pot. And as you can see, we're going to get a stamina boosting mushroom skewer. So anyway, the old man's sleeping, so you can wake him up. What is it? Just when I was able to fall asleep. What are you doing? Can't you tell? An old man is sound asleep. Let's talk in the morning. There's a fire outside if you're looking to pass the time. So you can pass the time with this little camp, but we don't need to pass the time. So you are going to need a woodcutter's axe for this. I did pick up the other one, but I already had one, so it doesn't really matter. But what you're going to do is line yourself up. That was a horrible lineup. Line yourself up with the platform, and you're gonna cut down the tree in that direction, so then it falls perfectly. Here's a Korok leaf. It does 1 damage, but it's good for gusts of wind. And now, as you can see, if you look down, there's just fog, so you're not gonna want to fall. If you fall, it's fine. It'll just appear back on the log. And there's a tree with tons of apples here, which I do want to cut down. And I'm going to try and show you guys how to sneak strike, because I messed it up the last time. Boom! Boom! Alright, that is not a sneak strike. It messed up again. Boom! 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 There's a Boko spear. It only has 2 damage, but it's skewered for meat and cooking. Here you got a Boko club. I'll actually replace my axe for this. And over here, we have a little area where we can use our bombs, and we get a little chest. I don't think it's anything, maybe an amber or something. Oh, it's fire arrows. Not bad. Now, as you can see, we see a ton of different areas, but we can't go down. It's too foggy, and it's too big of a drop. Anyway, we're gonna go over here, grab our woodcutter's axe, and cut down this tree, because we want the apples. You could get tons of apples. There's probably more that just fell, and I'm not seeing it. Anyway, now we do have our shroom recipe here. In case you do not need it to scale this, but I just like to be prepared, and why not? So what you need to do is you just need to climb up. You may be thinking, wow, that's so hard because it's so long. Well, there's these little platforms here, which you can use to like rest on if you are running out of stamina, just like this. As you can see, I'm resting, I'm ready. So now you can continue climbing. You can press X to jump, which I only recommend doing if you have good enough stamina. Anyway, we just got a rush room. Oh my gosh. I thought I just fell down. Alright, that was annoying, but it's fine. So I'm gonna risk it. Alright, good, we got up. So we have a little bit more way to go. We're gonna go, boom. We can jump this. I'm gonna pick up this rush room on the way. Then the next one is over here. There's multiple like ways to go about this. Here I'm gonna use my mushroom thing. Actually, not here. I'll use it at the end. And when it gets to red, you'll do like a huge jump. And yeah, this is the last platform, and then we can head up. So you can just jump this. Oh, this isn't the last platform, but it is for me because I got that mushroom skewer, so you can literally just jump the full thing. And yeah, we're up. These annoying guys are always up here. Here we go, we're gonna pick up this traveler spear. So I do want a spear, even though it's less damage. I just wanted a spear to show it off. Anyway, this is probably my favorite rune that you can obtain out of the 4. And it's just very good, in my opinion. There's many uses. Bombs are definitely a close second, just because how versatile they are. But yeah, this is the stasis trial, the Owa Dom Shrine. Shaker Slate Authenticated, Distillating. So pretty much with this, if you couldn't tell by like all the moving platforms, it allows you to stop a moving platform for a certain amount of time, and later in the game you can upgrade it so you can like pretty much pause enemies and it stores kinetic energy, which is going to be used to stop objects. And if you hit an object, it actually will charge it up and let you just go like wham, hitting it, so it goes great. We're going to actually be doing that at the end of the shrine. But as you can see, that's the first portion. Now here, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to stop a rolling boulder. Kind of like, oh, I missed it. Kind of like Indiana Jones, if you think about it. Okay, just like to get ready here, and you stop it. Oh my god, I missed it again. Here, I'm just going to do this, because I am not prepared. Boom. And now, as you can see, it's stopped, and you do want to be fast for this, because it's gonna roll once the stasis is over. And you can get this chest. I'm pretty sure it's like a traveler shield or something like that. The traveler shield. We have enough room. And yeah, so we're gonna just head over here now because the boulder doesn't matter. Over here, you're gonna get a really good weapon. I'm just gonna replace this Boko Club I'm just gonna use it for this because I don't want to waste the durability. And as you can see, if you hit something lots of times, it will get flung like that. Ooh! So that's showing you what happens if you fall. It doesn't do anything, it doesn't lose your progress, it just gets rid of your hearts. And this is an iron sledgehammer, which is really useful for a bunch of things. And it does have a use, which I will show you outside of the shrine. There will be a little thing we can get. But anyway, that is the end of the shrine. This is our third spirit orb. So, only one shrine left and one spirit orb until we can hopefully obtain the paraglider from the old man, if he gives it to us. If he wasn't lying about giving it to us. Bottomless bog. A quagmire that will draw you in. Sink too deeply and you'll be unable to escape. Wow. Okay. So, yeah, these tips are somewhat helpful. I don't really read them much, but I just like to do it to pass the loading screen, because the loading screens suck. They take too long. But we're gonna pick up the iron sledgehammer here, and we're just gonna hit this a few times. And boom, and now it should be good enough. And you see the rock goes flying, and it unlocks a secret chest. We get a traveler's bow, not bad. I will drop one of my Boko bows for it. And yeah, it's pretty good. We're gonna just equip the traveler's bow. And now we're gonna head off on our feet to the last shrine, which is in a very cold area. So we will be needing to do something about that. Similar to how we needed the stamella shrooms to boost our stamina, we're going to need some other item to boost our cold resistance. And if you guys can tell, it's going to be the spicy peppers. Those are going to boost our cold resistance. And yeah. Okay, so let's head out. And the reason I teleported here is because the next shrine's actually like right behind us, so it's just faster. And we were on a big mountain, so we couldn't really get off unless we climbed all the way down, and that's kind of annoying. But anyway, let's surf down! And it's almost broken. Okay. The old man's back here. And get ready, get your weapons out, because we are going to be fighting some enemies. So I'm going to get out my bombs, just if I want to use them. Some red Bokos, not that big of a deal. It's just cool about red Bokos, because you can just one-shot them with bombs. Oh, I see. Okay, so who's there? Someone still alive now? I'm just gonna go boom, throw that, because I don't really... I'll pick up a Boko spear, I guess. And I think the rest just fell down. Yeah, they're in there. I should have probably kept my traveling spear. It's right over here, but I don't really care for it. So here we got a pot lid, which I'm actually gonna break my shield instead of dropping it, because I don't feel like dropping it. And the pot lid is gonna be really cool because once we're in the cold area, we will be able to shield surf on the snow, and it's gonna be really fun. And just letting you know, pot lids, they don't have good defense, but they have really good duration, or not duration, durability. So yeah, that will help us surf. Anyway, you're gonna come to these spicy pepper locations, and as you can see, I'm just gonna mark the shrine. And as you can see, right as you enter this, it says the temperature is getting dangerously low. Find warmth soon, or it'll take damage. And you can see that on the little temperature thing. And another reason I picked up this spear is because you're gonna want to take the item on fire and just light this so we can cook. I'm just gonna cook 5 spicy peppers alone, which will give us like a 12-minute and 30-second spicy sauteed peppers, which grants us cold resistance. You don't need more. I'm just gonna cook it because why not? It gives us 12:30, so we have almost 30 minutes of resistance. You don't need 30 minutes. You need like maybe 10. Yeah, we're gonna just cook some simmered fruit, and we're gonna get off on our journey. So I will pick a better shield because there will be some enemies along the way that we will need to fight. So yeah, let's head in. And right as we get in, we do not need to get it off right away, but I'm just going to since I packed so much resistance. So first thing I want to do is head over here. You can pick up some bundles of wood, even though you don't need it. Again, well, you don't need it right now. And here's a dead guardian, but what I want to do is, alright, we're gonna walk all the way over there, and then we're gonna just scale up there. That's gonna be the fastest way to the shrine. We could have went the other way, which is the way I usually go. Think about that, there's a lot of enemies in the way. And yeah, this way is just probably faster. But we do need to go up there too, so I don't really know. You don't even need like 12 minutes to be honest. You could probably use like 5 minutes if you're just fast. We need to kind of fix this bridge over here, I think, to cross. I don't even know if we could cross this way. Yeah, these are icy choo-choos, I didn't really explain. But they're like normal jelly choo-choos, but they're icy. So if you get hit by one, you will most likely freeze. Okay, yes, we could cross. Good. So there's some magnesis platforms over here that you're gonna use to cross this. Oh my gosh, I fell in, and we're dead. First death because I accidentally fell into the ice. Into the icy water, which is very stupid. Shouldn't have happened, but guess it did. So yeah, but doesn't matter, cause I don't know where we are gonna be left off. Oh, we're right over here, and we're right over here. I'm not gonna go that. I'm just gonna go this way. This way is closer to us now, so it's probably just gonna be faster going this way. So while I was going that way, it's not really that much faster, but there is something behind the waterfall. I think it's like a chest with like 5 bomb arrows or something like that. But it's not that important. So we can actually get bomb arrows from somewhere else in here, so yeah. Alright, we're gonna head over here. There will be an enemy camp. Not camp, like a little spot with enemies up here somewhere. Yeah, you can hear them. I'm gonna scale up, and yeah, they're right here. So first, I'm just gonna go boom! hit him in the head. We're gonna grab a Boko club. We're gonna go wham, boom. This guy's an archer. Oh dang, point blank? Are you kidding me? Boom. There we go. I'm gonna break that off on his head. I'm gonna just replace this. And we're gonna grab that Boko club. And there is a chest here. I don't even know what this chest has. Some arrows, maybe elemental arrows. Oh, normal arrows, okay. So there is an enemy camp over here, but we're gonna kind of go this way. It's a little shortcut, I guess. And if we take this, I'm pretty sure this is Korok. No, it's not. It's rupees. The red rupee. That's our first rupee ever obtained. A red 20 rupee. So yeah, we're gonna head to this little like ledge. Hoping we can whistle sprint. Alright, good. We can just run. Oh no! Oh my gosh, this game really does not like me right now. It is being annoying. Yeah, there's an enemy camp up here, which I will take on. Because, why not? It's not really a camp, it's like literally 2 Bokos. And, oh, 3. I'm gonna show you guys what fire arrows do. Boom! How is this hitting me? I was like, wasn't even near it. But yeah, anyway. That's pretty crazy. So, I'm gonna take up these. I don't really know why I did that. I didn't need to. We're gonna start climbing. Climb up here. This is where you were able to roll like a boulder down to hit them. And we're gonna head up here because we need to get to that peak of that thing. So we don't need to use any more cold resistance because someone will be waiting up there. And he's gonna give us something. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious who it is. Wait, is it up this or it might be up somewhere else? I don't know. There's like a bunch of like little peaks. I think this isn't it. Yeah, it's next to it. Here's not it. As you can see, up there is where we need to go. So I'm gonna just surf down. Uh-oh. Not that way. So yeah, we need to climb up this way and go up there. We're gonna surf. Wow! And we need to do a little bit of scaling. And we still have 8 minutes of cold resistance. I don't know why I cooked like 12 minutes. And yeah, the shrine's right over there. If we come up here, we can do some really cool surfing down it. Still more scaling. And yeah, it's gonna be real cool what we get up here. It's gonna be a piece of clothing that is going to help us withstand cold. See, the old man is up here. Aha, enjoy gazing on the world, breathtaking view. So he tells us how to like put the pins, which I already was doing, to mark the shrines. And yeah, now he gives us a warm doublet, which has cold resistance. So no need for our cold resistance anymore because we have this. Which looks pretty cool. Now I'm gonna surf down. Boom! Boom! Oh! You die from that? I forgot the pot lid had like one defense. Okay, I'd say that's on me. Anyway. Alright. So that was embarrassing. But yeah, we're just gonna surf down. I just forgot that surfing isn't the best option for getting down places. But I'm gonna go get us a Korok. If we pick up this rock and place it, or throw it, or place it, I guess, right here. It will go to Korok. So now we have 3 Korok seeds. Not bad for like literally just a starter game, but like I said, there's 900, so we need to get going. Anyway, let's keep using this pot lid to surf. Haha. And I do want to take on those enemies up there, but there's something over here that I want to pick up. This is an EX chest, so it's only for people with the DLC. I do have the DLC, so I'm going to be using the DLC items, but there's like overpowered items you can get really early game, and I'm not going to pick those up because I feel like anyone who's trying to play along with me and they don't have the DLC, it's kind of unfair because I'll be able to fight way stronger enemies than they will, so I feel like it's kind of not fair to them, and they will kind of be confused. So that's the reason. Okay, so now enemies that have fire on their weapons are very scary because fire does like, oh hell no, no. That guy was about to chuck the TNT at me, so you can kind of see why I got scared there. And we're gonna pick up their seared steak. Now we are really close to the shrine. It's just up here, and hopefully after completing this shrine, the old man will keep his promise and give us the paraglider, the K Namut Shrine. So this shrine is our last rune that we will be obtaining, beside 2 other things, which I'll tell you guys. And this shrine is the cryonis, or cryonis, I say cryonis trial, which allows you to make ice pillars from water. The K Namut Shrine. Sheikah Slate authenticated, distillating rune. And I'll be explaining the last runes, because we already did the 4 shrines that have runes in them. So, yeah. And there's only one for now because I didn't turn on the other one. But that last one is magnesis. I mean, not magnesis. It's amiibo. So, if I turn on the amiibo option, I'll do it right now because why not? You can go here. Not here. You can go to options, and then amiibo. Use amiibo. So now you can use amiibo, and as you can see, our runes are filled. There is one more rune that only lets us access once we've completed like most of the game, and I'm not going to explain that route yet because we are not there. Yeah, this shrine is pretty simple. You create ice pillars, and there's a guardian over here. I want to see if I can. Boom! Aww. Anyway, he's a mini guardian, so not much of a problem. And we're just going to pick up these ancient items. We're going to lift this using the ice. And we can come this way and obtain a chest, which I think has like a throwing spear or some type of spear. Traveler spear. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna come up here. And that is the end of cryonis. So yeah, it's a pretty simple shrine. And this is our last spirit orb on the Great Plateau. So are you guys ready? Let's see what awaits us outside of this shrine. Will it be the old man with the paraglider? I don't know. 4 spirit orbs, baby. Alright. Here we go. See 4 spirit orbs and 4 shrines complete in the like stat thingy where it shows you. And yeah, this episode's almost gonna be ended because we're getting just about to that 35-minute mark. And perfect timing because we've completed the last 2 shrines and we'll be ready. Who's that? The old man. Dun, 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 dun. With this, you have now acquired all the spirit orbs from the shrines in this plateau. Extraordinary. That means it's finally time. Link, it is finally time for me, but you must tell me everything. But first, imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines at the endpoints. Find a spot where those lines intersect. I shall wait there. Do you understand? Where the 2 lines connecting the shrines would cross. There, I will be waiting. Wow. Well, he just disappeared. But, yeah, so if you couldn't tell, 1, 2, 3, 4, they make a line. It aligns to the Temple of Time, which is where we need to head. So yeah, I do have to say this episode will probably be a little bit extended because it's already the 30-minute mark and we still have like 10 minutes left of the episode, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying so far. And at the end of this episode, it really sets us up for freedom, so we can explore and just go off how we want to. So yeah, we still have our gold resistance on. That's how fast we were. That is the 12-minute, by the way. We barely took more. Barely took less. So I'm gonna just surf down here. Surf! And as you can see, the old man is not in his spot. Oh shoot! The old man is not in his spot. That's because he's at the Temple of Time. But we're gonna head over there now. There's an exploding wall over there. I'm just gonna ignore it for now. And once we head into the Temple of Time, we will notice someone up there. It's the old man! But first, I'm going to show you guys what 4 spirit orbs are for. So you need 4 to be able to do anything. If you don't have 4, you can't really use them for anything. But every time you have 4, you can exchange them to guardian angels around, just angels around the map for either a new heart container or a new piece of stamina. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to exchange it for a new heart because 3 hearts is pretty bad right now. After I get maybe 1 more heart, I will be starting the stamina because stamina is really helpful early and late in the game. And hearts are pretty good as well, but we won't quite need them yet because we're not going to be doing like a lot of fighting. But anyway, we got our hearts. The old man. He's on the roof. The blessing of gods I have seen has made that much more resilient. I see. Here I am. Get up here quickly. Alright. I guess we should get up there quickly. Okay, if you come over here, there's a ladder. Then we're gonna climb up. And we're up. Now, we shall see what awaits us. And what is waiting for us. Let's go!
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am. I was King Rome Bosphoramus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule. A kingdom which no longer exists. The Great Calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path. Lo, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time, here I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me. I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago. To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age-long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose it lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to heed the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, the divine beasts, were giant machines piloted by warriors. We also found the Guardians, an army of mechanical soldiers who fought autonomously. This coincided with ancient legends, oft repeated throughout our land. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power, and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of these ancient relics. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. We selected 4 skilled individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. With the princess as their commander, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Ganon was cunning, and he responded with a plan beyond our imagining. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the divine beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived to face Ganon alone.
Link, you are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you.
That princess was my own daughter, my dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end. That knight was none other than you, Link. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then, you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand, revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule Castle, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself, and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter, and do whatever it takes to annihilate Ganon. Somehow, Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. I suggest that you make your way east out to one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road out to Kakariko Village. There you will find the Elder Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precise location of Kakariko Village. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north.
Alright, well, we just learned a lot there. Go on. Here's the paraglider, as I promised. The paraglider, an item that you receive from the king on the Great Plateau. It allows you to sail through the sky. Press X when you're in the air to use it. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs in the surrounding area. And I think that's it. I told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. Well, that was pretty crazy, I do have to say. So yeah, we have Seek Out Impa as a new main task, and we do have the Paraglider. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, we're gonna get a cool bow here. And we get another objective, destroy game. Seek Out Impa. So yeah, this is where we do need to head to Seek Out Impa. And yeah, as you can see, if we do jump off, wow, we are sailing through the sky. And one last thing I do want to end the video off, before I end the video off, is we're going to go to the Forest of Spirits. And there is like a little mini boss. Okay, we can go over here. Gonna fly. Oh, there's a bow. Oh, there's arrows over here. I'll pick it up. There's some Koroks in here, but I just don't feel like getting them right there. Because the episode is like 40 minutes already. And I did want to end at like 30, 35. So yeah, there's some Koroks I'm passing up because we will be getting those later. But make sure you have your iron sledgehammer equipped. And a pretty good shield. And make sure you have arrows, that's why I picked those up. But this is a little mini boss called a stone talus. So it's this right here. So we're gonna just hop on and let the battle begin. So yeah, this is a stone talus. What you do is you hit the little stone thingy on their head, then you just wind up that sledgehammer and boom! Then I'm back flipping off. Grabbing back on. Oh, I couldn't grab back on. So now if you don't get on like that, he's gonna try and throw his hands at you. Oh, just like that. Just like that. Same with the other one. Then once he has no hands, he's gonna go down and re-get them. So it gives you a good opportunity to hit. And then you're just gonna go boom, 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 and boom, and now he's dead. And he gives some good minerals. So you can see we've got all this, ruby, amber. Pretty good stuff. That's how I wanted to end the video off. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm gonna fly over to the Great Plateau Tower to end off the video there. I hope you guys enjoyed. The next one will be coming out very soon, part 3. And yeah, this episode was action-packed. We got 2 shrines, we got a new paraglider, and we just defeated a stone talus. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed, and in the next one, we will be heading out this way to over here. We see not that way, never mind. Which way are we gonna be heading? Yeah, this way. As you can see, there's a tower in the distance which we will be heading to. I'm gonna mark that. We're gonna take this long trail down to Kakariko, and we're gonna come across many shrines and some other stuff along the way. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.